All right, welcome to the 2022 Heart of America Athletic Conference Football Media Day. We're very excited to meet with Clarke University here as we get things going for the 2022 season. Wanted to introduce our student athletes first, so let's go ahead and Darius, go ahead and introduce yourself, name, your year, and
So my name is Darius Hernandez. I am a senior this year, and I am from a small town, Lafayette, Texas.
Awesome. Ron, same name, year, and hometown.
Ronald Jones III. I'm a senior, and I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
All right, Coach, name and how many years you've been the head coach there?
Yeah, my name is Miguel Regalado. I am the head football coach here at Clarke. I've been here since we started the program in 2018, and our inaugural season was 2019. So been here the whole time.
Awesome. Really appreciate you all being here. Doug, go ahead and introduce yourself and your affiliation with the program.
I'm Doug Wagon. I do the play-by-play of Clarke University athletics, including football, basketball, and baseball and softball. Really look forward to another Clarke athletic season this year.
All right, thank you. So let's start with Ron. Ron, tell us a little bit about your position and what are some goals you have for this year personally?
I'm the nose guard, defensive lineman, interior. Some goals this year is just to go 1-0. Saying we worked all summer, and personally, I just want to go 1-0 because the past few years we haven't been 1-0, and I just want to go 1-0.
Jerry, same question for you. Tell us about what position you play and some goals for you.
So right now, position-wise, it's kind of like a little package. So I can go inside, outside, in the backfield. It's kind of like you're like your utility player. As for the season, same thing as Ron. Just want to go 1-0 this season. Not really worried about the next 2, 3, 4 games. Worried about the first game that we have against Evangel, and that's our biggest thing right now. And I think, like Ron said, we've just had quite ups and downs this past season, and that's just our biggest thing is we want to go 1-0 and take each and every game as they come. And like Coach Drake said, it's been something. So we're just ready to go 1-0.
Coach, camp opens up. You'll begin practice on August 8th. What do you hope to see from your team once camp begins?
Tyler, it's finally we're at that point where our team has matured. We've got guys like Darius and Ron that have been with the program their entire careers, and that's when you start to really see your team develop. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing this team mature on both sides of the football. I think we've shown signs especially on the defensive side in the past few seasons that we can be a pretty good defense. And I think it's time for our offense to step up and match that side of the ball. But I do believe if this team stays healthy, as Ron and Darius said, I think it's a team that's very focused on just taking it one game at a time. And I think if we can do that, I think that by the end of the year, we can see a pretty good product in 2022.
Great. Thank you. Doug, we'll kick it to you for any questions you have for student athletes or coach.
Well, first off, to Coach Regalado, one of the questions I had was, you just mentioned, you've been there obviously from the beginning of 2018. Talk about the key changes and the differences you've seen since you started this program in 2018 in its infancy.
The biggest challenge doing it from scratch, Doug, was I was a rookie head coach that didn't even know anybody that had ever started a program from scratch. So the only thing I knew was what I wanted the finished product to look like. I wanted it to look like a football team that was serious about getting their degree and showing that in the classroom, like Darius and Ron. They're Dean's List guys. They're good football players. They love playing football. So I know what I wanted the program to look like. What I didn't know was how to do it step by step. And there were some bumps in the road. This staff has changed, but I believe that we've got the staff in place that I now want. I think this is the strongest staff that we've had since I've been here. This is the strongest football team we've had since I've been here. We've had 50 guys that we know are in shape. We asked them, you've heard Ron and Darius say 1-0 about 10 times already, which is awesome. That means I've brainwashed them exactly the way I want them to think. And we talked all summer long about going 1-0 all the way to 22 workouts and going 22-0 at the end and making all 22 of those workouts. So the biggest challenge has been, does this work? Is this the best way to do it? Is that the right way to do it? And Darius said it, there's been a lot of ups and downs, but I do believe that we've got it in place now. And now it's just time to go 1-0 against Evangel and then take it one game at a time after that.
One of the questions I have for Ron and Darius is what changes have they seen as players? What differences do they notice in the program since they've been in it from the beginning as well? Ron, why don't you go ahead first, or Darius, either one of you?
Yeah, so Ron's on mute. I think personally, I think like Coach Rick said, the coaching staff, we've had those changes, and I think he's finally brought in the correct guys to, finalize our defense and our offense to ensure that, we're moving efficiently and effectively. We've kind of slowed things down on offense, ensuring that, being a very young team with minimal seniors, we want to ensure that we're getting each and every play and, perfecting those plays to ensure that when we go in, when we're in game time, those plays are utilized exactly the way they were practiced. And then just offensively, we've changed, offenses a couple of times, but I think we finally found our niche and how to use every single player. Like Coach Rick said, he's been trying to build this team since day one. He brought every single person that he knew he had. We've lost a few guys, but he has all the parts that you need to build a very, very good team to go 1-0 in the beginning of the season. And defensively, I mean, I think we've just structured our defense off of what Coach Hicks has done and Coach Beeling and those guys on defense. And, we've kind of found our niche now with plays and formations and things like that. And I think that this season is going to be a good one. But like I said, our biggest thing is going 1-0, and we won't know how good how good we are until that first game. But based off this summer and how we've had this spring, I think the changes that Coach Rick has made offensively, defensively, coaching staff wise, players wise, I think he's doing something that's going to shock our conference because we are in a really, really good conference. But I think that, like I said, he's found every bit and piece that you need to start something as good as we have here.
Ron, how about you?
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll take over for a question. See if we can get Ron back. Back to Darius. So, what does it mean to you to put on that Clarke uniform each Saturday, even Thursday coming up, right? Your mascot is the pride. What kind of pride does it take? Does it give you to put on that jersey each Saturday?
So for us, it's not just about winning games. It's about helping each and every single person on this team and ensuring that they're on the same page as we are, because it's like that saying goes, we are as strong as our weakest link. And that's one thing that Coach Rick harps on is we need to push every single person on this team. And when you put that jersey on, you're going to protect the person to your right, to your left, in front, and in behind you. That is our biggest thing when we put that jersey on. And that's what I feel like the pride means to us. It's not about winning games. It's not about, who has this or who has that. It's about protecting those people around you that you've been, working hard with all summer, all spring, all fall camp. So it's just that putting on that jersey just brings a brotherhood together.
Similar question for you, Ron. This is a new program. You have a great opportunity to be a part of the beginning of the history of Clarke football. What does that opportunity mean for you, Ron? And again, kind of that pride you take in playing for Clarke.
It means a lot because like the program just started and it's just, I'm here. I'm one of the few people that's here to build a foundation and build a brotherhood, build all the traditions. And like, we're just setting the way. We're just paving the way for all the other incoming students and players to come. So and it means a lot to me.
Coach, back to you. We're going to ask every head coach the same question around the Heart, but one word, one sentence that comes to mind when you hear Heart football.
Quality, Tyler. I've been in this league for a very long time. You look at, I had the opportunity to coach on a national championship team in 2016. 2 years later, Benedictine's playing for one. A few years later, Grandview's playing for one. I think the quality of the football in the Heart of America is unbelievable. So that would be the word that I use, is quality.
Great. Back to you, Coach. So you have an opportunity to kick off the season, right, on Thursday, to kick off the Heart football season, prime time against Evangel. How excited are you, your staff, and players to be able to really open up the college football season for the Heart?
Extremely excited. As a football coach, you're you're selfishly, man, you know, it's a Thursday, you're losing a couple days of practice, you're losing another day of practice because you have to travel on a Wednesday. You're taking a group that even though you got a bunch of third and fourth year players, you know, it's not like they've played, you know, 40 games in their career. So, you know, like Darius said, we're kind of a little bit of an unknown, but we think we found our niche, and we just can't wait to show it off. And, you know, when you're playing a team like Evangel, you've got to be sound on all three phases. You know, Evangel's always been a team, Tyler, that is not going to beat themselves. And so what we preach here at Clarke is don't beat yourselves. Don't beat yourselves by turning the football over. Don't beat yourselves by having dumb penalties. Don't beat yourselves by being in the wrong coverage. And if you do that, you're going to have a great chance to win. And I just want to see a team go to Evangel on Thursday, the 25th, not beat themselves, play with fantastic effort, and then let's find out what we're all about.
Great. Doug, wanted to give you one more opportunity if you had any other questions.
Yeah, for Miguel, my understanding is this year you're going to be involved and call more of the plays on offense. Just talk about that change and what it means for you as a coach.
Yeah, you know, Doug, it kind of goes back to what we talked about earlier. You know, as a rookie head coach, I think I made a mistake of giving up what I think I do best, which is call plays. And I wanted to be a head coach. I wanted to be somebody that could talk to my offense the same way I talk to my defense. I wanted to be the guy that is not so much worried about the X's and O's. I wanted to be the guy that is making sure that my players are taken care of, that they're cared for, all the other things that have nothing to do with football. And I think eventually we'll get to that, but it probably wasn't the smartest thing to do that right away. And so our offense kind of just dangled for a couple of years there. And I don't know if we really had an identity and knew what we wanted to get accomplished. And there were so many times over the last few years that we were put in a position to be successful on offense, and we just couldn't do it. And so that was a mistake, a rookie head coach mistake. And so I'm going to get back to doing what I think I do best. And eventually I would like to step away and just be a head coach, but that time is not right now. And so I will be a lot more involved and call plays. But I tell you what, I've got a fantastic staff. With Nick Young has returned. Nick was with me in 2019 as our offensive line coach in 2020. He's returned. We have an unbelievably young quarterback coach in Mason Randall. He just got done playing at the University of San Diego a year ago, but you can tell that guy's going to be a heck of a football coach. And then Cooper Gross is with us. His dad is a fantastic Hall of Fame head coach and at the high school level in Oklahoma. Cooper's doing a great job with our running back. So we have a great staff on offense as well, but that's the biggest reason that we've made those changes.
Great. Well, last questions just for Darius and Ron. Darius, what's your major and what are some kind of career goals for you?
So I'm a double major in business administration and sports management. Career-wise, I want to pursue a dream in law enforcement, and I have that opportunity here after college, working with an internship, but pursue something in criminal justice, somewhere conservation or police officer.
How about you, Ron?
My major is marketing and finance. What I want to do after college is I want to be an angel investor. So like the people you see on Shark Tank and stuff.
Yeah, very good. Awesome. Well, Ron, Darius, thanks so much. It was great to hear your perspective and in the year ahead, and just to learn a little bit more about you. Coach Regalado, best of luck to you this season. Really appreciate it. Thanks for joining us for Heart Media Day.
A pleasure. Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you.
Have a good one.